Okay friends, this is the Insoon double-decker Christmas bus, and we'll look at the exterior. The lights are on. It has a lighting kit. We'll look at the exterior real quick before diving into the details. This is set number SC8838. It has 1,262 pieces. You can see it's styled after a like a London double-decker bus with this giant Christmas tree on top, a snowman, and then the front of it looks like a big old reindeer. It has antlers. It has a little red nose with additional antlers, and you cannot overlook this oversized Santa here with his head sticking out, his arm hanging off the side, and just decorations everywhere, balloons, and there are gifts. I counted something like 8 stacks of gifts that are in here, and they're all colorfully made. You've got a lot of greenery, like I forget what this is called, like, but here's a wreath. It'll come to me what the greenery is called. A lot more decorations here. More of these like pine needle wreath style things that are out here. Bells, stockings, just so many amazing things, and the details just keep on going. Here you get a look at all the different presents that are stacked up in here, and there's even an interior, and there's surprises inside. And then yeah, and the side slides out. We'll take a look at that too. Okay, I thought of the word for these greenery. These are garlands. I should have known, but yeah, they're garland, and they use this dark red throughout. They use that dark red for Santa too, for his hat, and there's another. I think this is another Santa hat. I think the dark red is a smart choice. Normally you would use normal red for it, but because the bus is already red, if they used the normal red for Santa, I think he would have got lost in there, I think, a little bit. And a note about the red, with Insoon, I've seen that their red is typically slightly milky, a little bit washed out. Even my wife saw it. I haven't even unboxed the parts yet, and from across the room she said that red is a little too light. It's the wrong red. And she's like, I don't even follow the bricks that closely, and I could tell that was different. All right, so anyway, stickers. Christmas gift bus is what it says. Quite a few stickers. All of these little snowflakes you see are stickers. The ones on this windshield are stickers, and you see quite a few of them. All right, now let's stop to see if we can open up the side here. Oh, by the way, some things are not stickers, which is odd. This is not a sticker, but these two are. And up here on the snowman, these are not stickers. They're printed on there, as well as his face. So I think what's going on is anything that's a compound curve, they went ahead and printed it just so that it would look nicer. So thank you, Insoon, for doing that. This is a sticker. It goes across multiple pieces. Insoon is always doing that. They're always making you put stickers across multiple pieces. One day maybe they'll stop doing that. I see that they didn't do it here. It's 3 separate stickers, so thank you for doing that. So they're working on it, so it seems like. Okay, so let's see about this special feature. So essentially the whole side of this bus slides out, and it doesn't have a stopper, so you have to just kind of know when to stop it. But once it's slid out, you have this almost like a bubblegum machine, maybe, another present. And then the little piece that's loose, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it all the way out. The piece that's loose is a rocking horse, a rocking chair horse. There he is. And there he is rocking away. So that is supposed to sit inside of this little guy right here. So it's supposed to sit in here. And of course it falls out. But here's the look at the back of that. I call this the gift deployment feature. So I can't think of any reason that you would need this other than you need more space inside. But it's almost like becomes like a food truck. There's how empty it is on the inside. Almost becomes like a food truck with a window that can shoot presents out at people passing by. So maybe this is a way Santa has figured out to deploy presents even faster, is if he has some sort of a slide out thing, then you can just do a drive-by gifting as he's he's super busy on that night. All right, and then Santa, his build pretty good. He has a little bit of posability on his head. You can move it, turn it just a little bit. His arms also at the elbows and the shoulders can be pivoted just a little bit. He has a steering wheel back there too. This is a cool little use of these clips to be hands. I think that's just enough. And that ice piece or claw piece for his beard is perfect. So they've perfectly scaled this particular Santa. There's a ball piece for his nose and a ball piece for his hat. They're really great. I think they've done a good job there. And then let's go around to the back here. Some of the details here include this wreath that's in the back. It has a license plate. And I'm going to remove this to show you the battery box for the lighting feature. So I'm going to take the wreath off, and I'm going to take off this license plate, if I can get it. Come on now. That's on there pretty good. Oh, there we go. All right. Now let's see if we can get this out. Pull. There we go. So this is the battery box for the lighting kit. And the lighting kit is just a light string. So it's your typical battery box that you might see with other kits where it's just a 2x4. So that's just, here's your normal 2x4. It includes the batteries. You pull the isolator strip out. Here's the on-off switch, off, on. But they have you put a 2x4 brick on it so that it can slide right in. So it's not permanently built into the set. You can actually remove it just like that. And then you kind of cover it up with these other pieces. But that's a kind of a clever touch. I haven't seen Insoon integrate a battery box that well before, so it's nice to see that they did that. And of course, here's another look at the garland, other decorations here on the top. And then up on the top of the bus, you've got this really big Christmas tree. And the build for that was actually really good. It's probably one of the better Christmas trees I've assembled, even better than some of the ones I've seen from Lego. Now, maybe they used a technique borrowed or stolen from Lego, but for the most part, it seemed like a new technique to me. I thought it was pretty good. You can see these stacks and stacks of gifts. Let's see if we can pull one out of here. Looks like they're not coming without a fight, but maybe we can get this one here. So like just a bunch of stacks of gifts like this. So there's quite a few of them up here. It's kind of cool. And they have a unique way of having you attach this Christmas tree so that it is angled at just the right position. And then of course this snowman can be removed, and he's got a little dark red scarf, and he's got 3 presents around him. All right, let's open up this top, and let's open up the bottom and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so starting with the top of the bus, if we lift off this part of the roof, you'll see that there is this kind of aqua blue picnic table, and it's actually a nice build in there with a tea kettle and 2 cups. Let's see if we can remove it without breaking it. It's worth showing off how they did this. So they used these ornate pieces on all 4, would happen to have studs on them. They use those extra studs to be the bench seats, and then they build up and create a tabletop for it. So I thought they did a nice job with that. Nice color palette too. On the inside, you'll see another look at those gifts. And then it's got 2 instruments, a guitar and a saxophone. So Santa is not just all about work. He knows how to play and have some fun too. And then inside, check this out. We've got Rudolph inside the bus. So there's a brick built Rudolph back here. And I don't know if we can take him off without him breaking, but we'll try. Come on, Rudolph. Oh, I got him. All right. So here's the Rudolph build. Tiny little antlers, red nose, posable legs too, little tiny black hooves, a little tail. So not bad. And he actually clips into place near the back there. And here you've got another look at that battery box. It actually has a stopper right there. That 1x2 is a stopper, so you can't push that in too far. The battery box is a little bit, I mean, although the battery box is super cool, the wiring is just this string. And the string, you sort of drape on the inside of the first floor, and then it goes up a hidden hole into the second floor. I'll show you that hidden hole. It's right here. So it goes up this hole, and then you just drape it through, and then you're supposed to just wrap it around the Christmas tree, which I did. So they kind of thought about where you're supposed to do it. It works if you're never going to be taking it apart. It probably is just fine. All right, and then the other thing you can't see unless you take the roof off is that it includes a pair of snowboards. So 2 purple snowboards that are stacked. And then I guess these are like ski poles, 2 ski poles in this nice little box build. I've never built a box that way before. It's all sideways construction, so they have that for you. And then you can see the back of Santa. He's got a little gray chair that he's sitting on. And then you can see his steering wheel right there as well. So he has no lower half. So if you want a lower half to Santa, you'll have to use your own parts and put that together. But yeah, the interior has this like nougat color for the flooring, a lot of it. So you can imagine that it's wood or something nice. You might see that the parts are all sort of not sitting quite flush. That's just Insoon's, their molds are a little bit too, they're difficult to press the pieces together. I call it over clutching, where they're just, they don't want you to have loose pieces, so they make it super tight as you're pressing them together. And as a result, it's kind of hard to get them together to lay flat. So that's kind of what you're seeing here. By the time you get to this nougat layer, there's so many layers that have been built up, and it becomes harder and harder to get them all to sit flush. Okay, so I think that is everything. My thoughts are this is a hilarious set. There's just so much going on here. It's like everything you can think of that's Christmas oriented is in this. It's maybe missing a nutcracker. It just needs a nutcracker somewhere. The other thing I noticed is, although they do have these studs to help you line this up when you're putting it in, I still struggle to get it just the right place. And you're just sort of guessing, like there, it feels like it's there, but it's not, so getting it in place is kind of a trick. And it doesn't help that it's missing part of a wall here, so things rarely are lined up. But it is overall, it's one of the more fun Christmas-oriented builds that I've done, because it's just so over the top and just has so much Christmas going on. So I appreciate that they Insoon kind of swung for the fences on this one and said, you know what, we're going to go all out. We're going to make something super fun that's unusual, that no one has ever seen before. So good on them for doing that. Let me know what you think of it. Would you get it? And if you like this video, hit like. If you could subscribe, that would mean a whole lot to me. Thank you very much.